question.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
So much stuff.
almost done unloading all the goodies. So the silver spray, pretty easy. So we're just gonna go over the suture line and that little opening twice a day or more if needed, just to keep it covered, flies off of it. Just keep a little adhesive bandage over it.
Little goes a long
While
way,
it
right?
heals, little goes a long way. Side note, they do sell this at Tractor Supplies for a little bit cheaper. So if you do end up running through a ton as it heals and want to get more, Tractor Supply.
Okay, got it.
The ointment's probably the next easiest thing. So just pick up some gloves or put a 1/4-inch strip on your fingertip, kind of steady yourself against his head, lift up either the upper or lower lid or both if he's letting you and it's easier, and just let him settle. So if he's gonna react, he's gonna throw his head, I leave my hand there and I let him settle. And then when he's calm, I'll swipe it in. And that should be really quick. And again, always wear a glove because we don't want to scratch him or cause any damage to his cornea. So that's going to be twice a day. This plan is going to be maybe a little bit fluid. We'll start off doing it twice a day through the weekend, and then plan on checking back in on Monday. If we've got the information down with this and the Banamine, we may choose to kind of taper it from there or just discontinue it. But if he's still swollen, then we'll probably want to set up seeing him back, and we'll continue to see till then. So that might change a little bit, but we'll see how he's doing come Monday.
Okay.
The Banamine, we are going to taper. So he got his first dose tonight. He got 11 mils IV. You guys are going to use these. So you'll put the needle on the syringe, draw up 11 mils, then just take the needle off, set it down. You can reuse it for the next time you go to draw, but you do a couple. But take the needle off and then take the syringe and just like a dewormer, kind of shove it in his cheek and push it in. And he'll start off getting 11 mils twice a day. So beginning tomorrow morning, whenever it's a convenient dosing schedule for you guys, he'll get 11 mils twice a day for, let's see, I'll do, because he's so inflamed, we'll do 3 days. So basically through the weekend, and then we'll plan to drop that. Now again, we're gonna check back in. So if he's still inflamed at that point, we'll plan to see him back and we'll come up with a different plan after looking at him. But if he's coming down on the inflammation and more comfortable and not quite as swollen, then we'll do, after that 3 days of 11 mils twice a day, we'll cut it back in half and I'll type that out for you guys. And then these,
real quick, so
yeah.
the dosage, it should be like the same time each day?
If it's a little off, that's not gonna be hugely disruptive, but I try to choose like 7 and 7 or 8 and 8. If it's 8 and 7 or 8 and 6, that's not gonna cause a huge problem.
Okay.
But we wanna make it as close to the 12-hour mark as possible.
Okay.
If it's an hour here and there, that's gonna be fine. And then these are the antibiotics. They're also gonna be given twice a day, and we'll just plan on doing, again, a short course of just 7 days of these, so that's all I gave you guys. He'll get 13 of these tablets twice a day. And so that's what this syringe is for. Some, if they're really good, will eat it directly out of their feed. So if he's good and not very picky, you can count out the
Definitely not picky.
So yeah,
He just
so
eats
count
everything, right?
count out the first dose tomorrow morning, count out 13 and sprinkle it in his feed and see if he's picking around it. If he eats it, then that's really convenient for you guys. Just put it in his feed, that's fine. It's just pills. If he doesn't, it's still pretty easy, so they dissolve really easily in a little warm water.
Okay.
So I just count out the 13, stick them in this syringe, put the plunger back in, and then I'll like go over to a water bucket. It doesn't even really need to be warm. It dissolves pretty easy in water. So I usually just go over to a water bucket, suck up until like 40 mils or so, shake, 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 and then same thing, just like a dewormer, shove it in the corner of his mouth, push it all in. Sometimes you'll get some stuck here or even like a little bit like pasty like there. If there's a lot left in there, if you're just losing what's in the tip, it's not a big deal. But if there's a lot left in there, kind of as a paste that won't come out, just go back over to the water bucket, suck up a little bit more, and shoot it in until you've gotten most of
He
it.
is not ever going to want to be wormed again after all this.
But this is short. He'll do okay, hopefully. Yeah, and so that's it. And then, like we talked about, small paddock, if it's like, basically something like stall sized by himself through the weekend, I think is okay as long as he's not out there doing anything stupid. Otherwise, if he is, or if his only turnout option is to go into a pasture, I don't want to do that through the weekend. I want to let those sutures have kind of as controlled movement as possible. So he can, if he doesn't have a small paddock, he can go in and he can just kind of have some hand grazing whenever you guys are out here doing the meds or whatever. Just whatever's convenient for you guys. Just take him out for some grazing 1 or 2 times a day so that he's not going stir crazy. And then hopefully if he's doing better by Monday, we can start with a little turnout. But if he's quiet in a small paddock by himself, I'm fine with that too through the weekend. All right, and that's